Hello from Ron's Garage. I've got a horn for sale. This is a 1956 Conn Director coprion, which makes it an 18H. It's a 485 bore, 44, 45, right in there somewhere. I don't have my facts sitting right in front of me, but it's in that zone. It's basically the same bore as Conn 4H. These were made, if you're unfamiliar with coprion, it was the solid piece copper bell that Conn innovated. What they did is they would put the bell mandrel into a tank and electrostatically attract copper molecules to it, so the bell was actually formed on the mandrel. So it made it an entire one-piece bell. It wasn't flat, it wasn't hammered, it wasn't stitched. It was a solid one-piece copper bell, and it's pretty soft. If you tap it, hit it, ding it a little too hard, it'll bend quite easily, actually, and it also makes it a little easier to straighten out when it's crooked. Anyway, here, take a look. Okay, so I have it. It's in the original case that I got it in, so it's pretty old. I had to glue a few pieces in, move a few screws here and there. It's, you know, it's a little rusty. I'll probably put some Rust-Oleum rust remover on some of these parts, but this is the original case that it came in. This is a new handle. Okay, so let's open this up. And the case isn't broken. It's intact. Here's the slide. It says Director. I'm going to go ahead and turn these. And the serial number is 625081. And when I checked it, I placed it in the 1950s. Now, anything prior to, I think it was 1963. No, it was early in the early 1970s when Conn moved from Elkhart to Abilene. So this is an Elkhart Director, as far as I know. I mean, I'm going to be posting this on the Conn aficionado page, and there'll be plenty of people there to correct me if I'm wrong, which is good. I welcome that. Now, here's the thing. I have a couple Conns that come from that time and that era where it says USA. It does not say Elkhart on it. So it's not, as far as I know, it isn't going to say Elkhart on the horn. Now, is this the right slide with the right bell? I don't know. I can't verify anything because there's no marking on the bell that would indicate otherwise. It's not like the old horns would have a matching serial number on the slide and the bell. But the tuning slide's pretty good. A little wiggly, but I had to push it out because this was a rescued horn. The weight's new. Fairly new weight. I mean, I bought it used. The braces are good. The horn is pretty straight. Got that all straightened up. The solders are nice and solid. Take a look. So the gooseneck is pretty straight. Actually, it's very straight. You'll see like a little ding here and there, a little waviness here and there. But I mean, this was a horn that was in pretty bad shape when I got it. And I went ahead and there was missing a lot of its lacquer. So I basically stripped it down and I buffed it up as shiny as I could. You're still going to see maybe a little bit of buffing scratch on it, but the horn is in very good condition and it's shiny. Now, it's unlacquered. Now, here's the deal about this. I took a survey. I took a survey on a few of the trombone forums and I asked, if I'm selling horns, would you prefer it lacquered or unlacquered? And at least 4 or 5 people chimed in and said unlacquered. Just make sure you disclose it, because if the horn didn't have a lot of lacquer and you unlacquer it, that's fine. In fact, there's a small number of professionals that chimed in that said, I had the lacquer stripped off my horn because I like the resonance better from the natural metal without it being impeded by a heavy coating of lacquer. And in some years, after Selmer bought Conn, they started covering horns with this orange stuff that's epoxy, from what I understand. It's really indestructible. I'm having a hard time getting it off of the 6H. But it changes the vibrational quality of the horn when you add that heavy lacquer to it. Some people like it, some people don't. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to get it lacquered on your own if you want. So there's that. But here's what I do put on the horn to protect it. First stage is I'm using this stuff right here. This is not an advertisement. I don't get any money for advertising it. This was recommended by Wesley in the House of Tone And he's had it recommended to him, and he said he was really liking it. So I bought some and I tried it, and it's very good. It is what do they call microcrystalline wax, and if you read up on it, it's a museum quality preservative that, at least in England, they put it on armor, they put it on statues, they put it on metal, they put it on just about everything to preserve what they're trying to preserve, indoors and outdoors with that. Now, after I put a coating on that wax on it, then I hit it with this Music Nomads lacquer polish. So the wax, seals up the brass real nice with a very light, filler. Well, I mean, wax has always been known as a filler, especially for sculptures. I just dropped that. Okay, hold on a sec here. So if there's any micro grooving, scratching from the buffing, it fills it in. It doesn't take away its appearance, but it fills it all in. I buff it down to a very high shine by hand, and then I'll take the lacquer polish and I'll put this over it, and this is also UV protectant. You see here, okay. It's best stuff I found. No abrasives, residue, streak free, cleans and restores, and there's a lot about it back here. So I highly recommend it. Like I said, I don't get any money for this. I barely have 51 subscribers, so don't think I'm trying to make any kind of money with this. This is just me sharing as the common man, who is working on trombones, and not super fancy stuff because I can't afford it, actually. So it's the inexpensive ones that are floating out there, and a lot of people like them and they want to play them. So anyway, enough about that. So this horn is in great condition, and let me do a demo for you. So I'm going to pause this right here. Hang on a sec. It slides very freely. I just have a little bit of lube and water on it. Okay, and that's at a very shallow angle. Now, is it a 10? No. Is it a 9? Not really. It's about an 8. But it moves very good. It's very fast. You get a good lube on it, and it'll be good. Now, a lot of people like the Yamaha lube. Some like the, what do I have here? Some people like the two-stage slider mix with a big bottle and the small bottle. Some people like super slick. It just depends on what you want to use to keep it moving nice and smoothly. Okay, and a little bit of water. And before I send this out, I'll dry the horn up really good, and I'll put just a little bit of oil on the bottom of the stockings. Now, is there some wear on the stockings? Is there some Conn wear? If there is, it's super tiny and super minimal, and it's not all over the place. Okay, so the stockings are actually quite in very good condition. Okay, and I'm going to be playing this on a Marcinkiewicz 7G. So I'll do a little bit of etude work, and then I'll do a little bit of jazz ballad, and hopefully you can hear enough with it. And this is the Coprion Bell Sans Lacquer. Okay, here we go. Let's start with some scales. E flat. False tone because I don't have a trigger. Okay. That is number 22 out of the studies in legato. All right, now I'm going to play a little upper range. Where is the love? Here we go. sounds great. So hopefully you get an idea of the nice warm sound that comes out of the coprion bell. It can sparkle because it's a 44-45 bore. And it's in really, really nice condition. I'd say overall, on a scale from 1 to 10, this is like an 8. Okay, because it's completely intact. I've taken all the major dents out. You know, like I said, you're going to see flaws. I mean, it's an old horn, 1956. So it's older than me. But what a collector. Elkhart era, as far as I know, at least the slide is. You know, I have no way to prove the bell is. So I think it's a steal. I would like $250 for this, plus $87 in shipping and handling anywhere in the United States. I'm going to be putting this up on Facebook Marketplace. I'll be putting it up on Reverb, and I'll be putting it up on, I might put it up on eBay. We'll see. But Facebook Marketplace and Reverb for sure. Okay? Hope you like it when you buy it. Talk to you soon.